Welcome back to another great episode of Trojan Television. I'm Rhea Dukowitz.
And I'm Christopher Doyle.
And today, first up, we're going to talk about our amazing destinations program here, which Chris and I were both a part of for the past 2 years.
But first, we'd like to thank Your TV Coach Co. for hooking us and the crew up with some amazing swag.
It's Your TV, coming from Your TV.
We got Your TV swag. Swagalicious.
Yes, it's great and all. It's way different from my old school and having lockers for the first time is great too. Well, my favorite subject is math, mostly because I understand it better, and since my dad is a mathematician, any problem that I don't understand, I could just go and ask him and he would just explain it well. Well, my favorite teacher would have to be Miss Hayes. Well, first of all, because she's our math teacher, and second of all, is because she's really friendly and nice, and she always makes me laugh. Well, it's really tiring, and you have to sleep pretty early to get the enough amount of sleep that you need. But again, it's worth it for the better education, and sometimes you're just so excited to go to school that you might as well just wake up early. Well, I'm excited for the reindeer hunt, but right now dodgeball is going on, so we're making teams and it's really exciting. Right now, I think I'm on Vincent's team.
Yeah, I like it here because all the students have been nice to me, and it's a nice school, and all the teachers are very nice too, so it's a nice school. My favorite subject, I think, will be music because I love that we have such a big variety of music instruments, so I get to choose which music instrument I get to do. I think I'll have to say Miss Claxton because I think she's really nice and she's very helpful too, and she tells you what you should improve and how. I chose to come to Destination because of the program and the IB program, and I thought it would be good for my future maybe. Well, I've found some new friends because before I used to only have 2 friends, but now my group of friends have grown larger, and I think that's really cool. And they all come from different schools and have different experiences, so I get to learn from different things.
So that was great. The Destinations program offers so many great opportunities. And so what do we have up next, Chris?
Well, actually, Ray, we're talking about our newest addition to Moira Secondary School, our Indigenous Mural that was unveiled just this month.
Not to mention our amazing Harvest Festival that went on here just last month.
Tuesday we celebrated the Harvest Festival, and it's an annual thing here every year. And the importance of it is just really about enhancing Iroquois culture, specifically Mohawk culture, and sharing that and bringing it to light with all of the students who are available at the time to do that. So this past year was a super one because it was really big. We had a lot of kids from outside of the school join us. We had 40 kids from the north, or from Center Hastings. Then we had 30 international students from other schools. Plus we had the Queen Mohawk grade 8 class came. And so we had about 178 kids, which is the biggest cohort we've ever had come through. Okay, so the mural came about last year with a student, Owen Hill, who thought it would be a cool idea to have a plaque. We found some funding through Janine Ferris, and we applied, and we obviously got the funding. So then we got the ball rolling with a committee. We had some student leaders from student council, the Mohawk headships, myself. We had some community leaders. We had a community rep, Amy Cowie, who was a research assistant on the Mohawks for the Mohawks of the Bay of Quinte. So she helped out with being our community tie, where we did a lot of experiential learning prior to the making of the mural. So we would go down to the Tyendinaga territory. We went to some cultural significant spots like the landing of the Mohawks. We went to the birthplace of the peacemaker. We went to the Gagnote library and talked about the how we got to come to be in Tyendinaga from Fort Hunter in Upper New York State. So we did a lot of experiential learning prior to, and then once the mural came to life, and when the kids started painting it, it was like 40 kids came together to paint the mural. Like, it went up really fast. It was really cool to watch it all come together so awesomely. And when it was all said and done, we had a lot of really cool but important cultural significant things throughout the mural. So we have the Sky Woman, we have the Peacemaker, we have the Tree of Peace, we have the clans, we have a wampum belt, we have the four roots of peace. We have all of those significant things, constellations and water, and we have like longhouses, and it's really encompassing. And what's really cool about it is with the augmented reality part is when you point your augmented reality camera at that mural, it brings you and it prompts you to different things. You can go to YouTube and learn about different things on the mural. For instance, if you prompt, like for instance, the wampum belt. I'm not sure that if it's up and running yet, but the teaching on the wampum belt, but the wampum belt that's there is the two-row wampum, or it's in Mohawk we call it the gaswanta, and that wampum was made with the Dutch in 1632, and that what it means is like the two black lines or the two purple lines through the middle. It represents two separate vessels. So one is a ship and one is a canoe, and inside that ship holds all of the Dutch. So it was made with the Dutch people. So it holds all of their language, their culture, their traditions, their religion, and all that is in that one line. And the other line holds all of the Iroquois people's language, culture, religion, and stuff like that. And it represents that it's flowing through a river of life, and that these two vessels will go side by side, and they'll never cross each other's path, which means that you won't impose your stuff on us, and we won't impose our stuff on you. So kind of like that. So that's what that wampum belt really represents. Okay, so we felt it was important to showcase this on a big scale because it's super cool. It's super cutting edge to how we did it. So we brought the past and brought it really into the future with the augmented reality part. So I think it was really interesting. It was really interesting, and it was really important for us to have a lot of important people there. So we invited the trustees from the Board of Education. We invited Mandy Sabry Whiteway, the director. We invited Lucille Kyle, who is the chair, and then we also invited the superintendents, and then we had some community members came in, like elders came in, and we just really wanted everybody to see the significance and how important it was for all of our students to be a part of such an awesome experience. Okay, so the plaques came about. So the board now does, at all their meetings, they always do a recognition of the land that they're sitting on. So the land that they're sitting on here in Belleville is the home of the Haudenosaunee people and the Anishinaabe people. So I worked with our community partner, Amy Cowie, and myself and Matt Sager, and we went down and had a meeting with her, and we talked about what does this land look like a long time ago, and who had control over it, because we wanted to have a true say of what this land was. So with her help and her research, she shared with us that this land has always been in control of the Six Nations. The Iroquois Confederacy was always in control of this land. However, it was shared in peace and friendship and in times of peace with a lot of different nations. So, for instance, when we arrived, the Mohawks of the Bay of Quinte, I'm speaking of, when we arrived in Tyendinaga in 1784, it was the Mississaugas that were along the shore of the North Shore of Bay of Quinte. So when we got here, we shared that land with the Mississaugas, and they have since moved a little bit further north to Alderville and up that way, Rice Lake area. Yeah, so what's really cool about this teaching, or this mural, is you don't have to go to the mural to learn it. So we can you can take an 8.5 by 14 print of the picture, take it to your classroom, have all the kids with an iPad or an iPhone or however they want, and they can use the augmented reality off of the print. So each person in your class could have a print of the mural, and they could all do their own learning at their desk if they choose to do that.
So the Harvest Festival was tons of fun, but we also just did Halloween for Hunger. Chris, can you tell us about that?
Absolutely, Rhea. But first, I'm getting a little hot in here. Do you want to take this hat?
Sure.
Halloween for Hunger was an amazing initiative put on by Moira just yesterday. It was about Moira students who went around to community houses trick-or-treating for non-perishable food items. Moira was donating to the Gleaners Food Bank, and we definitely helped out a lot of communities.
Okay, so first off, we're going to take a quick look at our Halloween for Hunger.
It's your TV coming from your TV.
We got your TV swag. Swagalicious.
So So it was a Halloween dance, and most dances have the same process. Firstly, we submit a proposal. Our social heads, they think up a theme. Our Stuco votes on it, or we decide based on the time of year. And we submit a proposal. Usually the proposal entails why we're having the dance, who it's for, why the theme, how can it be beneficial, non-beneficial. After that, we wait for the proposal to get accepted, and when it does get accepted, we then go on the process of selling tickets and organizing space, decorations, etc. So this time of year, we try to combine Halloween for Hunger with our Halloween dance. So we offered students to give non-perishable food products for $1 off their ticket in order to support the program, Halloween for Hunger. Oh yeah, definitely. We had more than 100 people that got tickets. We had many sign-ins. We had 2 sign-ins per person. On top of that, we also had a lot of help from Stuco and out of Stuco. We had a geofilter from Snapchat, which provided excellent numbers for usage. Yeah, it was really good. A lot of people came, and we raised a lot of money through the dance.
Absolutely. I'm the communications head at Moira, and I help to run the Moira Twitter and a lot of the advertising that comes with stuff, as well with working together with other people for initiatives like the dances and drives and stuff like that. Halloween for Hunger is one of the food drives that I'm in charge of, and it is basically Moira students will go around trick-or-treating in groups of 3 to 5 people, but they'll be trick-or-treating for non-perishable food items to help out the Gleaners Food Bank. It's a great initiative. You can do volunteer hours for it. There's also a pizza party afterwards. You can go have fun with your friends, bring your costumes, support your community, volunteer hours, and pizza. So it's a win-win-win situation all over the board.
And that wraps up another great episode of TTV.
Oh, I'm so sad it's over. This is Chris Doyle.
And Rhea Dukowitz. We'll see you in December.
Got that time.
Yeah!